Alright, let's do it.
Okay. Is there a place in the world that you have always wanted to travel to? Growing up, I always had the dream to go to Europe and travel around to different countries, seeing and experiencing things that I never knew existed. Second semester last year, I was able to experience the trip of a lifetime and moved to Barcelona for 4 months. Living in a different country with a different culture changed my life completely. I learned so much not only about myself, but also about other people in different places across Europe. If I could go back to any time in my life, it would be back to my abroad experience. Living abroad consisted of 4 months of absolutely no worries in the world. Going to class Monday through Thursday was not even bad because school was actually interesting and I enjoyed the classes I was taking. I took a class on international social media and it taught me that even in other countries, social media is such a big part of everyone's life still. My teacher taught us a lot about how social media is a direct reflection of ourselves, and once something is put out there and onto the internet, it is on there forever and it's important to double check what you're posting. I also took a fashion class that talked about the different evolution of fashion over time. We studied many different fashion designers like Coco Chanel. I love studying fashion in a city like Barcelona because the fashion over there is impeccable. Going out in a t-shirt and sweatpants is completely unheard of and everyone is always dressed up and the fashion is always on point. My teacher was one of my favorite professors that I've ever had. He has lived in many different cities across Europe, including London and Rome, and was extremely educated in international fashion. One day in class, we had to do an assignment and go out into the city and choose a clothing store. It was then our job to explain what the clothing store was like and how it was set up to draw customers in. Another reason why living in Barcelona was so life-changing is because I was able to travel to a different country every weekend. At the beginning of every week, my roommates and I would book a new trip to a different country. One of my favorite trips was my trip to Amsterdam. Amsterdam is a city like no other. There are no rules there and almost everything is legal, and the food is incredible. This is a picture of me and my friend in Amsterdam.
Wait, bring it closer.
We're standing outside by the water in the middle of the city. One of my other favorite trips was my trip to Switzerland. I stayed in a hostel with 6 of my girlfriends and skied the Swiss Alps for 2 days. The Swiss Alps are no joke and was definitely the hardest mountain I've ever skied. The views were completely breathtaking. Overall, having an opportunity to live in a different country completely changed my life. I learned so much about the social customs of people from different countries. I also learned to not be judgmental of people just because they're different from me or the people I'm friends with, and be accepting of all different social norms and customs. I'm so happy and blessed that I was able to do something like this, and it forever changed my life and the person I am today. Wait. I have to record you guys.
So...
Hey.